Glorious and awesome matches. To think, to date, Game 3, Hooligan versus Darling. Definitely going to want to go back and watch that. As well as Darling versus Nistic, Game number 2, an absolutely sick matchup. VODs will be on YouTube tomorrow evening. But meanwhile, our YouTube channel is INF Gaming 2012. I will remember that. I should remember that. I'm in charge of it. If I don't remember it, what madness be that? Hooligan's so happy. Speaking of, up here in the top left, the blue Protoss, he is Hooligan. And down here in the bottom right, happy for Hooligan, the red Terran from Infinity. She is my darling. Heavy rain, very played map today. Oh, we need PP. Looks like Darling needs the pause. Willing to accommodate players for short amounts of time. I appreciate everybody for sticking with us here today. It's been a long day. A lot of awesome games. A couple that required me to just gather my thoughts. All right, pretty close. 9 follows is all we need here. Want to hit 100. Want to hit 600 here. We can do it! Darling, Donut, Towley, and Hooligan. 4 remaining. All of them in the money. And trying to figure out what this pause is for. Not getting a response here. What is going on here? There we go. Ah, siblings. Can't live with him, can't kill him and tell him... Wait, no, that's not how that went. Wait a minute, hang on. Siblings! Can't live with him, can't kill him and get a puppy. For those of you who are just joining us mid-tournament, we saw these two play each other in the first game of the day, actually. Went to Game 3 on Alterzim Stronghold. We saw a 45-minute endeavor that had everything except the Caduceus reactor. Seriously, everything but the Caduceus reactor, even the bunker upgrade. Even the bunker upgrade. Caduceus reactor would have just made that perfect. See, even no matter what situation it happens, nobody ever gets Caduceus reactor. It could have been awesome, but then Blizzard said no, it was too awesome. Hooligan, meanwhile, just getting a Cybernetics core, getting a second gas, Reaper on the way. Whenever this plays Donut, I know a lot of people are hoping Darling make it there to see that grudge match revenge from earlier in the tournament. Donut knocking Darling down in round 2. Wait, Donut knocking... Yeah, I said that right. Did I say that? I think I said that right. Reaper comes in here, gonna get a probe. A bit sloppy. Second Reaper comes, where is that? Actually, no second Reaper. Just straight onto a tech lab. Into a second barracks. Reaper gonna come up over there again, and we're gonna just see a, I think this might be DTs. No, I'm sorry, this is Blink. Why am I saying DTs? This is definitely Blink. But it's going to be completely scouted by the Reaper. Twilight Council, 3 gateways. And 2 Stalkers on the way. Definitely a Blink build, and Darling is aware of it. Already getting Concussive Shell. And a 3rd barracks to top it off. Darling content to not take up, getting double Marauder production on the way. And a Marine for good measure. And actually it's not Blink, it's DTs. Interesting. I am kind of curious if that was intentional or if it was just because it was scouted. Because that was definitely shaping up to be Blink. With DTs, you generally don't go for a second Stalker before a Sentry. Needs to get a pylon out there. Oh, but the Marine gonna catch the probe, and that's bad. Yeah. And Stalker's going to get the Reaper. Won't scout the DT Shrine. But we'll see that the Twilight Council was not researching. And looks like the probe gonna play Ring Around the Map. Did not hide far back enough. And will be hunted down again. Hooligan really needs to send out another probe. Definitely needs to send out another probe now that... So this DT gun... These 3 DTs are actually going to have to go all the way across the map on foot. DT is always fun to see. And you know what? With no detection here, and there are no scans, Darling might be in a bit of trouble here. No eBay, no turrets, no scans. And no wall. Darling is in trouble. A lot of trouble. This is actually a bit of an oversight here. Turret going up in the main base. I'm going to try and make a turret there and repair the bunker as fast as humanly possible. Bunker will go down eventually, but a scan in the right amount of time. Concussive Shell will keep... Ooh, no! None of the oh, one of the DTs. Oh. That one DT skirted the edge of detection range there. And in fact, the other DT gonna go down. One of them finally escapes. Amount of workers killed, only 2, not a ton. Focused far too long on that bunker. A little bit of a miscue there. Still, that means Darling needs to be very careful moving out. She needs to save up a scan, which is one less mule. Every scan you need to save is 1 less mule, and 2 scans is preferably the number you want to save, 1 on each command center. Combat shield on the way, and with combat shield, these DTs actually won't one-shot Marines anymore. Robo coming down and 3 more gateways for Hooligan. Darling gonna try and go through the right side here, over through the rocks. Interesting decision. Open up a pathway while she has the time. Blink now getting started. It's a bit of a utility. Meanwhile, Hooligan going for a couple of Immortals off the back of it. He knows his opponent's got a lot of Marauders. And Marauders don't do so hot against Immortals. What with their 10 damage grenades. They don't do that. I mean, they don't do great. They do technically only half damage against Immortals as they would normally. But it's kind of weird. And it looks like a double drop going to come over here. Robo Bay going to try and get started, but I doubt that's going to get up, especially since this double drop is coming over here on the right side. Let's see the reaction to it. There is none. Very slow reaction time. And actually, Darling is okay with this. Tic-Tacs at the Robo Bay, and now herein lies the problem. Going to take out so many units up front here. DT going to try and do some damage. Chase is in there. Photon Overcharge going to keep pace out here. Problem is, so much was lost there. And it's now 62 to 96 supply. Army supply deeply in Darling's favor. In fact, she could go back in here and drop again. Robo Bay going to get started up on the top left plateau. Another Photon Overcharge is available after this one runs out. Darling, meanwhile, getting a 4th and a 5th command center after her 3rd. Not a lot in the way of production. Only 5 racks off 3 bases. But she has her Ghost Academy. She's getting her Ghost, her Cloak. Her +2, +1. And this is starting to get really dangerous. Couple of Photon Cannons and a Pylon. Cover against any backdoor drops, and it looks like Darling going to try and do something to that effect. Fortunately, the Photon Cannons might not finish in time. Actually, it looks like they will. Drop coming here over on the far side. 3 Photon Cannons there. I mean, Hooligan is turtling up as hard as humanly possible. And meanwhile, 3 Photon Cannons over here gonna actually... Oh, actually not target firing down the medevac. So that medevac will unload. Meanwhile, over here on the right side, a couple of Immortals going to cut away at that. And not a lot of damage done here by Darling. Workers killed, none. Well, 2 and 2, so none killed in that exchange. Actually going to get a free medevac as well. And Hooligan evens up the supply count. I'll hand it to Hooligan. All things considered, he's held his own in these games that he's played against Darling. Sensor tower going down. Ah, the lulz. Power of Protoss. Says the guy who just beat a Protoss with Swarm Host. Meanwhile, drop over here, just a Marauder and a Marine to try and take out this Robo Bay, or Robotics Facility. Robo Bay, Robo Facility, it's so weird how some of these things look. They really do look weird. But, you know what? The Protoss gets such fancy buildings. Buildings that move and twirl and spin, meanwhile. Terran? Yeah. This thing glows when we're doing something. Or maybe a couple of lights. Darling, a little sloppy on the macro here so far. 3 more Ghost Academies and some nukes. 'Cause why not? A little poke there with a Marine and a Marauder. Or as some people say, Marauders. Like Zealot. Or Zealot. How does Artosis say it? Like Zealot? Zealot? Zealots? I forget. He says it's so weird, though. It's like it's Zealot, not Zealot. That scan comes around the side. You can see that there's a million cannons there. Might be a poor choice to actually drop. Scouts where the army is, and that's a scary looking army. I mean, that's a bit of a scary army right there. Nuke goes down, and where's the observer? Where's the observer? He doesn't have an observer. He doesn't have an observer. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god! Now he's making an observer after losing half of his army. That's what a nuke's supposed to do. That's what a nuke's supposed to do. And this is bad. Darling tearing Hooligan apart here. Gonna lose this drop here, no question. Couple of more nukes on the way. 4 of them, actually. Four nukes for every ghost. Warping gets killed off. And it looks like it's just going to unload here and try and do it with little damage it can. Another nuclear launch detected. And it looks like the army is just going to move slightly to the left. Okay, slightly more to the left. And going to take out the... Gonna take out the Nexus, why not? Observer is there. Will the nuke land? Will the nuke land? Yes, it will, but it won't kill off the Nexus. 3 hit points, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's not fair, I want my money back. That nuke was a dud. Couple of stalkers dying to some widow mines. What do we have back here at home for Darling? This is funny. This is Fun Day Monday right here. Where's that nuke going down? Oh, there's that one. Trying to scout out where the nuke is. Sees it. 5 more nukes on the way. And I think the time for nuking is over. We drop 1 more nuke on there. And another widow mine and a couple more nukes. But the nuke over here going to land and kill off the Nexus. This should be like a passive for nukes. It like does radiation damage for like an hour, for like 20 years after the thing does. Because nukes are not funny. Nukes are serious. Darling completely trolling here. Gonna finish nuking everything else. Meanwhile, you know what? Her army back at home isn't the greatest, but with defensive nukes, she can just play D all day. Another couple of nuclear detonations gonna happen here. The economy of Hooligan going to be decimated. Fizzle pylon. Another nuke. Boom. Kills off so many pros. It's funny. This is awesome. Oh, a couple of nukes going down here. Oh, come on! Really? The nuke survived? Oh my god. That nuke is gonna land. Oh, please, God, let that nuke land. The nuke is gonna land. The nuke is gonna land. The nuke land! Oh my god! I've never seen that happen, GG! It was worth it! It was worth it! It was worth it, damn it!